Hey vinyl community, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a wonderful day. I know I did. I'm still eating the ham. I think I like the ham better after Thanksgiving for ham sandwiches better than I do the day of. But today I want to share with you my record store day Black Friday pickups. And I had all these big plans of taking video and photos of my, going to the store, inside the store, outside the store, etc., etc. And then I got called into work. So unfortunately, I had to go into work. I work at a golf course. I'm a mechanic. Had to work on a mower. Had to wait and see that everything was good. Didn't take long to fix it, but I had to sit around and make sure no issues popped up. So I got kind of, off sidetracked. And we got there a little bit later than I was planning on getting. We went down to Macclenny, Florida, Bearded Vinyl. I went there about 2 months ago. He had his grand opening at his new store. And we went down there again Friday and got there around 12 o'clock, I believe, right around 12 o'clock. Fairly busy, but just jumped right in the store. Didn't worry about taking videos or photos. Jumped right in the store, started digging. I dug through just about everything he had. And just want to share with you what I picked up. So let's get to it. First thing up, this is my favorite solo artist. To begin with, he was my hated solo artist, but now he's my favorite solo artist, and it's Bob Dylan. And this is the freewheeling Bob Dylan. Really glad they reissued this. This is the original copy of how this was intended to come out. And for whatever reason, you can read the backstory. I used to remember why they pulled it, but I can't off the top of my head remember why they pulled this. But this is how it was originally intended, and then they, for whatever reason, changed their mind. They pulled 4 songs and added 4 songs, I believe. I could be totally wrong about that, but that sounds good. But the 4 songs that are on this one that was originally intended to be on it was Rocks and Gravel, Let Me Die in My Footsteps, which is fantastic, and Ramblin' Gamblin' Willie and Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues. And you can find all these songs on some of the other, Dylan bootlegs and other releases. But it's nice to have them all on one album as they came out originally. And this is the only way that you're going to find it, unless you find that copy. And if you do, you've got a $1 million record. And I would probably, I don't know what I would do. I would probably hold on to, if I found one, I'd probably hold on to the record for a little while, and then I'd probably sell it, send it on down the road as you will. But a really nice copy. Really glad they reissued this. It's got some liner notes on the back here that have never been, they say never before released. I believe that's what the hype sticker is. Yeah, with the original never before seen liner notes. So very cool. If I could be nitpicky about it, the cover's kind of flimsy, but it's like $25, and they copied, they hit the label right on the money. This is a mono copy. I did not clean this record in my ultrasonic cleaner. I just put it right on the record player. It plays great, sounds great. It's got some. It does come with a paper sleeve, but it doesn't matter. I just put it in my own sleeve. I'm not complaining about that. But it sounds fantastic. They reproduced the cover. Beautiful iconic photo of Dylan and I believe his girlfriend. Even if it's not, I'm saying it's his girlfriend. They reproduced the cover beautifully. They reproduced the mono label beautifully. It sounds great, and it's at a great price. And they printed a bunch of these, so you should be able to find this. If you didn't get it the day of, you should be able to find it online or elsewhere, I think pretty easily. Next up on my list, big blues guy, love blues, is T-Bone Walker. And this is an album that I've seen before. I think I've seen an original, and I've seen some other reissues, but most of the time they're not in the best shape. And this came out originally in 1959. This is a mono. This is T-Bone Walker, T-Bone Blues. Fantastic album. Didn't realize this until recently that Junior Wells plays on this. But this is a beautiful reproduction of the original cover. And like I said, it's mono, and they copied the Atlantic. Or this, this is a Rhino release, and they copied that Black Label Atlantic perfectly. And this one comes with a 10-inch that, what did they say about it? 4 extra tracks. The 10-inch has songs that have never been before released. Beautiful 10-inch. Again, the LP comes with polyline paper sleeve. This is just a regular paper sleeve. Again, I didn't clean this. I put it right on the table with the paper dust and all, and it sounds fantastic. Really enjoyed listening to this. The 4 tracks on the bonus LP are Why Not, T-Bone Blues Special, You Don't Know What You're Doing, and How Long Blues. How Long Blues is a fantastic song, and that's a 5-minute song. But if you're not familiar with T-Bone Blues, this album is one of the most iconic blues albums out there. Great sound, great guitar player, great singer, songwriter. This does have a lot of horns on it, which I'm not a big fan of horns with my blues. I like more of the Delta, Piedmont blues, guitar, drums, harmonica, piano. But this is a fantastic album. We got Papa Ain't Salty, great song. Play On Little Girl, Shuffling the Blues, T-Bone Blues, Stormy Monday Blues, Mean Old World, Two Bones and a Pick. I mean, if you're into the blues or wanting to get into the blues, this is a great album to pick up. Very easily accessible. Very, great listen. It's a great listen. A good place to start. T-Bone Walker, T-Bone Blues. Next up, we got the following releases. Oh, and I did get the Bob Dylan 45. They had a late entry into the record store day. My son has that. He wanted to listen to it. It's the Masters of War on 45, and then there's a interview on one side, an interview with Bob Dylan. The interview's not going to be released streaming, and I think the song that they've included with that, or maybe it was just an interview. I don't know. I can't remember what the deal was, but the 45 was the only way you were going to get it. Really glad to have that. I picked that up as well. Next up, we got the Marquees. The rest of these that I'm showing you are used, and they're not on the record store day list. But these are just special ones that I found on record store day. This is a 66 Stax mono of the Marquees. This is the Stax sound. This is that great Memphis sound. Fantastic album. I would say the album's the record's probably VG. There's some surface noise. Does not overpower the music by no means. It's still a great listen. But if I was going to sell this, I would, be up front and say this is a VG copy. Iconic. If you can see on the video, I mean, it's still got great luster. And but this, it's 1966. It's 66. It's been played, and it's got some wear on it, but it still sounds great. There is some surface noise there, but you got right there on the album on hype Philly Dog, and then you've got the last track on side B has got a medley. I'll Go Crazy, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, I Got You, Good Lovin', Night Train. Fantastic album. This is the Stax sound. Next up, we got Mr. Johnny Young. I think I have some albums that he plays on, but I don't have any of his albums in my collection. This is I Can't Keep My Foot From Jumping, Johnny Young. And this came out in 73. Johnny Young plays the mandolin. And I don't think I have any blues albums that features a mandolin. I have some folk and some bluegrass that have mandolin, but not many. This is my first blues album that has features a mandolin player, and very, very great album. Got a great sound to it, and you've got some great songs on here. Stop Breaking Down, I Gotta Find My Baby, Deal the Cards, Train Fare Out of Town. I know that she's kind of slick. Try Not to Cry, Keep on Drinking, Kind Mama Blues, Lend Me Your Love, Sweet Mama. Number 12 is At the Station. And this has Johnny Young playing mandolin, Louis Myers, another great guitar player. Louis plays guitar, piano, and harmonica. But he only plays guitar on this album. But then you have Richard Evans plays bass, and Bill Warren plays drums. I Can't Keep My Foot from Jumping, Mr. Johnny Young. Oh, and this is on Bluesway. Really wish they would do a big Bluesway campaign. There's some great albums on Bluesway. I mean, some of the greatest B.B. King albums is on Bluesway. Next up, we got Mr. Johnny Big Moose Walker. Another first. Don't have any of his albums in my collection. I have albums that he plays on, but none of his albums that he headlines. And this has got a great lineup on it. It's got Otis Hale and Mr. Earl Hooker, one of the greatest guitarists ever. Very underappreciated. John Lee Hooker's cousin. I'm almost certain. Cousin. And Mr. Otis Hale plays an electric, what do they say, call it, electric tenor sax. I was unfamiliar with an electric tenor sax. And dude can play it. It sounds like, on a few of these songs, it sounds like an electric guitar. And it's almost like, and I'm not a musician by no means, and it's almost like he can turn that off. He can just do the saxophone regular, and then he can play it, amplified, and very unique sound. I don't think I've ever heard anything like it. And also another person on here, you've got Johnny Big Moose Walker, who plays the piano, organ, and vocals. Then you have Earl Hooker, Otis Hale, like I said, and then Gino Skaggs, fantastic guitar player. I have another album that he plays on with Earl Hooker on, but Skaggs plays the Fender bass on this. And then you have also Paul Humphrey. Some fantastic songs on this album. You have Ramblin' Woman, which is the title track. And then you got Chicken Shack. And I believe all of these are written except maybe one. Yeah, all of these are written by Johnny Big Moose Walker except one. The Sky is Crying, which is written by Fenton Robinson, I believe. But you have Rock Me Mama, Moose is on the Loose, Baby Talk, Would You Baby, Leave Me Alone, Chicken Shack, Moose Hunting, Ramblin' Woman, The Sky is Crying, and Foot Trace. Fantastic album. Really glad to have this in the collection. This is also a Bluesway. Again, all of these are in great shape. I did clean these and played them. They play fantastic. Really glad to have these in the collection. Next up is one of my favorite bands, blues guys from California, Canned Heat. And usually anything that I find of theirs, I pick up if it's in decent shape. And that's the key, because most of the time their stuff's beat. But this is Canned Heat, Hallelujah. Iconic cover. This came out in '69. Iconic cover. Bob Hite. Bear. He's always shirtless in the covers. I'm here for it. I love it. And you got Blind Al Wilson and Larry Taylor that play. There's the last song on side B, Down in the Gutter But Free, has probably, my personal opinion, some of the greatest guitar work on a song. And then you have Blind Al Wilson playing harmonica. Fantastic. And I can't remember who it was, but one of the blues greats said that Blind Al is one of the greatest harmonica players he's ever heard. And it's on. This is on Liberty, and this is in stunning shape. Absolutely stunning shape. Plays fantastic. Canned Heat, Hallelujah. But this has got some great songs on it. You got, like I said, Down in the Gutter But Free, Get Off My Back, Big Fat, Do Not Enter, Time Was, I'm Her Man, Sick 'em Pigs, Canned Heat, Change My Way, Same All Over. Fantastic song. If you're not into the blues, if you've heard of Canned Heat, there's some great albums with Canned Heat and John Lee Hooker. Just a great band, underappreciated band, and usually you can find their stuff fairly cheap. The deal is, getting it playable. Their stuff needs a great reissue. My last album that I'm going to show today, again, I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm from the state of Georgia. I live in southeast Georgia, Brunswick, Georgia to be exact, and Macon is 3 hours away from me. I'm 3 hours, southeast of Macon, and this band that I'm going to show you next is probably my favorite band, and they played here locally back in the '70s many times, and this is my favorite album of theirs. And my personal opinion, it's the greatest live album. If it's not the greatest live album, period, it's the greatest live blues album. I'm not going to argue with you on that fact, but that's just my opinion. But I have many copies of this. This is the Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore East. This is a super disc, Nautilus version of this. And I've had reissues of this. I have multiple original copies of this, the pink label Capricorn. I have not listened to this yet all the way through. I'm really interested in listening to this and see if there's any difference. But this is a Nautilus copy, kind of like a MoFi. If you're not familiar, I'm probably not. If you're listening to this, you probably know what it is. If you don't, it's like a MoFi. The same type of quality, the high audiophile quality, or it's supposed to be. Cover's got some splitting here, which I could care less about. I don't care nothing about that. I mean, it's the Allman Brothers. It really doesn't matter. The discs are in fantastic shape. Again, really looking forward to playing these. I have not played both of these yet. I'd like to play them back to back to my original copies. See if I can tell the difference or not. Really glad to have this in my collection. I've seen some Nautilus around before, not this particular one, and no titles that I was really interested in buying. But as soon as I seen this, I had to have it. Got it at a great deal. If you're in the Florida area, check out Bearded Vinyl. I'll put a link to his store below. Also, I'll put a link to my local store where I got my Record Store Day stuff from. And then most of all the used stuff I got down in Brandon's store because I'd already got the Record Store Day stuff I was interested in. But I'll put a link to both stores in the description below. Check both of them out. Lou's Record Store here in Brunswick, Georgia is my local store. And Bearded Vinyl down in Macclenny, Florida is the store I went to as well. But check them out. I'm glad that if you participate in Record Store Day, I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Even with my wife going, she had a good time as well. She was able to buy some handmade soap at Brandon's store. We both had a great time. Ate some local home country cooking. I had we both got fried pork chops. Fantastic. I've never had a bad fried pork chop. And got some greens and black-eyed peas, and I think she got macaroni and cheese and something else. I can't remember what I was too busy worried about what I was eating. But y'all have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If you don't, I love you.